just an eepy little guy. Welcome back. Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories Reverse Rebirth. Last time we met Riku Replica as Riku, and we learned about his origin of copying us and how that all actually worked. So we're getting some behind the scenes of Sora's story. So you get the reverse part. We have yet to get to the rebirth part, but anyway, I was perusing and I noticed that there's actually little separated models for both Riku and also King Mickey. They updated his model for Halloween Town. I thought that was really cool. He's got the like anime darkened forehead, and then King Mickey, his textures are a little grainy and toned down. The saturation is turned up. I thought that was really cool. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. If I have, I've forgotten because it's been a hot minute. But yeah. We're gonna finish this game this week. For real this time. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sorry if it's a little bit of sloppy playing, because I do have a wrist brace on. My neck has been acting away the last few days, and that shoots down into my arm and subsequently my wrist. So just to be safe, having a wrist brace, practicing good posturing with my hands to help alleviate it a little bit. It does not completely get rid of it. It's really frustrating because I've been like, this will sound so funny, I've been trying to like sit better, to sit with better posture. Oh, hello. I don't think I want to deal with you, actually. I think I just want to go to the boss. Ooh, I know what to put in here. Take them, please. Take these two, please. Alright, is there a 2 I can get rid of? No, but I have 3 3s. I think it's fine. Now. But, yeah, I feel like sitting upright hurts my posture, or hurts my back more than sitting with bad posture. I don't know if anybody else has gone through that particular sensation in their lives, but I certainly have and am. No, I'm in the corner! I don't want to be in the corner!
Feel the heat.
Ugh. No! This fight sucks without magic.
Take that.
Oh, I should have dueled him. That was foolish of me.
Take that. Take this. Take that.
Haha. Got him. Do it again.
Take that. Take that.
Do it. Do it, you coward.
Take that. Take that.
Do it!
That's
There
it.
you go.
That's it. That's it. Take that. That's it.
Ow.
That's it. Take that. Your Majesty.
Get him. Get him, Mickey Mouse.
That's it.
Okay, you know what? I'll take that, actually.
Take that. Take that's it.
Oh, you're so annoying.
Take that.
I know him.
Take that.
I didn't mean to do that. It's fine. He's dead. But yeah, just like, I feel like my posture is permanently ruined by, I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter. Because trying to sit upright, trying to have good posture, trying not to let my shoulders roll forward hurts so much more than occasionally sitting with a bad posture. Alright, where are you? Time to get got. And I don't know if that's always necessarily been the case, actually. I feel like, I don't know, I had a really bad ergonomic setup during the pandemic at first. But I think it more so has to do with I made the mistake of seeing both a chiropractor and a physical therapist at the same time, which don't ever do that. In fact, you probably shouldn't even really see a chiropractor. Like, the problem I've noticed since seeing the chiropractor is that I feel like, that makes me feel a lot better to hear you say that, to be honest. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I feel like, at the time it was really helpful, actually, but it, I think, has made my back move too easily. I don't want this, what am I doing? Like, the parts, my spinal parts move too easily now. So they're like even easier to shift around and fuck up, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's actually true, but that's what it feels like. It feels like my spine, the what do you call those? The vertebrae are like rubbing against each other sometimes. But that might just be my imagination. The thing that I know is that having good posture is so much more painful. So, there's that on that. But, good news! Good news is... Yeah, see, with physical therapy, it was nice because a lot of the time she focused on muscle buildup, and that was something I really needed. Alas, insurance does not cover it for a long term, but... after this cutscene, I'll say good news. Hi. Hi. Hello, my love.
Vexen is no more.
Ooh! He got oofed.
His scent is gone. Axel struck him down, something I find deplorable. Agents of the organization striking each other down.
Our problem is Sora. Vexen proved to be no match for him. Yet he's still under Naminé's control.
But we cannot eliminate Sora, can we?
Correct. For our superior, he is in dire need of the Hero of Light. When light loses sight of its path, we may find use for the dark.
That's
What
me.
we must do is obtain the darkness.
That's me.
Riku, of course.
By the way, how does my mic sound today?
Just one card left. If I get through this, will I be free of the darkness?
Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Riku really said, if I go to one session of therapy, will that fix me? I love him. Yeah, so good news. I got a new place to live. It is... Okay, yeah. Does it sound better than it has been sounding? Out of curiosity. Because I did find something that was a little weird in my settings, and changed it. Yeah, I got... Yay! And it's not a super permanent space, but it is much better, much more affordable. And yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait to make it my own. I love... I gotta take people furniture shopping with me. Who wants to go? I should put that on Instagram. Who wants to go to IKEA with me? Okay, cool. I'm glad, because what I noticed was in my computer settings, I was messing with my OBS and all that. My computer settings, it says like audio enhancements, and then it said device defaults, and I was like, what does that mean? Because it surely does not mean, oh, I don't have, oh my god, I forgot how much Wonderland sucks. Oh no, alright. Oh, I'm fucked. Okay, I'm not. Phew. But it was this thing, yeah, and it said, and I was like, well, it's not talking about my mic, like it's talking about my computer overall. So that was a little sus. So I turned that off, and I think it sounds better. I did a little bit of a test stream on it the other day to see, or I guess not the other day. Yesterday? I don't remember anymore. It is not. It is not really any closer to campus. It's going to take about the same amount of time, if maybe a little longer, but it is much cheaper. Like, there was one option I looked at that was even cheaper, but it was like I had to pay for laundry, and I was like, I don't want to do coin laundry in my own goddamn place. Like, it's so annoying. It's a basement suite, I believe, so it's gonna be cooler, and it won't be quite as fucking sunny, which, yeah, I know I'm a fucking vampire, but anyway, what else? I won't stay, like, super long term, I think, because it isn't pet friendly, at least as of right now, which sucks, but I figure, like, if I do get into, whether I get into the next master's program or not, I don't think I will immediately get a pet, because I want to settle myself more in the country first, because, like, I want to know I'm staying here. I'm so used to insecurity, and I don't want that. I was actually, so when I had to tell my current landlord, I knew she's very nice, albeit a little strict. She is very nice and very honest, and so I was like, I know that she will not, even talking about it is making my chest tight. I knew that she would not yell at me. I knew that she would not freak out about anything, because I'm giving her lots of time to find a new tenant, and you know, all this other, I'm being like very accommodating and everything. I'm not breaking any rules. I will have like 1 month of overlap, but I did that on purpose because I don't have furniture, so it was like I would be moving in with nothing. So I want the overlap. No, don't do that. God, I hate Wonderland. You know, why am I fighting things here, actually? I should leave. After this fight, I should just buzz through, because this is painful. Hiya! Oh! Fuck 'em up. Yeah, see, I can't even break these guys. This is so annoying. The dumbest shit I've ever seen. But anyway, my moving out experience in New York was like so bad that I was just thinking about it the whole time. And then, you know, of course, I talked to her, and she was like, she was sad because she's like, you're a good tenant. And I was like, yeah, I know. But, and you know, it's a pain in the ass to find a new tenant and make sure that they're good. And I think we finally got into the groove of, like, you know, a decent amount of, or a decent group of people. Because my front neighbors, the front of the house neighbors are really nice, and the basement neighbors, I rarely hear them. So, you know, I feel a little bad, but also, like, long term, this was just better. Yeah, she, again, like I said, she's just a little sad. And I was like, I know. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, nothing against you. And I'm like, the new neighbors are also really nice. They are. They're super nice. She bakes me, the wife bakes me food. Right, like, I'm not, because I would have to get, like, a window AC unit for this new place. I'm not staying there without AC. I've done that before, and I fucking almost died. I was so sick. That was, I remember that day very distinctly, because I was at Alexis's apartment, and, I just went over to, like, hang out after I moved my stuff. And I didn't even have to worry about furniture, but it was like 100 degrees that day. And that's very weird for New York, but it was so hot. And I remember, like, I literally got sick at her apartment, which was so embarrassing, but she's a fucking delight of a human being and was very nice about it. But I was like so unwell physically from the heat. I'm just gonna use all these sleeping darknesses. What say? What say ye? Unless I have a bunch of doubles of 2s somewhere. Actually, you know what? I should be using the- I have 4? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be using these. But yeah, that did make me feel a lot better. And the guy that's gonna be my landlord, he seems nice. He was like, he was very chill, because I was actually supposed to go to a viewing on Saturday, or no, Sunday morning. And I was like, I felt so unwell, as I spoke about on Sunday's stream yesterday, whatever day it is, I don't fucking know. I was feeling really unwell, and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, like, I won't be able to go to the viewing today, like, my fever's not going down, blah, 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 like, is there another time, or, like, do you have more pictures or something? And he's like, here's a video walkthrough, and I was like, oh my god, thank you, you didn't have to do that, because a lot of places don't, even though they should, a lot of places don't. So it's nothing, as far as the space itself, it's not that terribly exciting or anything, but I'm so glad to have a space that's more my own, and I can hang up all my art, I can hang up all my tapestries, and have my own furniture. Yeah, and it's a little bit smaller of a space, and that's going to be easier for me also to clean, because right now it is a large space, so it gets a lot of dust, and nooks and crannies get dirtier. I think, yeah, I agree. I think it should be required. If you don't get a physical viewing, you should have the option of doing either. Because, like, first of all, there is still a pandemic. But also, you know, if somebody is, like, working a lot or unwell, or they're from a different country, you know, that's just fucking common sense. IMO.
Come on! Like it! Yeah!
Oh, come here. Come up. Yeah, and my landlady, I guess, like, talked to him on the phone, too. And was like, he's very nice. I was like, okay, good. Because I feel like she would have said if he wasn't.
Take this! Like it!
She was also very understanding about the fact that I was like, listen, I'm actually looking to do permanent residence here, like, and eventually citizenship, like, I want to stay in Canada long term, so, like, if that's the case, I want a place that's more my own. She's like, no, that's totally understandable. I was like, okay, thank you for not being fucking mean about it. So, yeah. That's the thing I'll have to do. I do like furniture shopping, though. I like it. That's the only kind of shopping I really, really genuinely enjoy, besides, like, book shopping. So it's interesting, actually. They require that you put your current landlord on all the applications. So, oh, speaking of, So you remember how I was like the one place where I was like, oh, I really want this place, and I was like, their application's kind of weird. Their application, I'm really glad I didn't go with them because it. Now that I've been applying to other places, it seems really sus because like, how do I say this? So like they have templates that they can follow, right? And most of them follow pretty much the same template and then add or subtract to it depending on like what the property is about, you know.
Your Majesty, come on.
And yeah, I was like, fascinating. Like,
Take this.
I don't know. It wasn't, I guess it wasn't ringing any bells at the time because I just really wanted, oh, for fuck's sake. I just really wanted the place. But in the end, I'm glad that I didn't go with that place, so. Their loss. It was very funny though, because I was like, oh, I'm surprised that you contacted each other, because in fucking the United States, that's never happened before. They look at your credit score, but... Yep, yeah. That's exactly what I told Sarah. I was like, I was actually really surprised he called you. Because I was planning on telling her that I was moving out, like, way in advance, but not necessarily today. Because this all happened, like, this last part all happened kind of quickly. So yeah, it was just... I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to, like, jump scare you. And she was like, no, it's okay. And then I was like, yeah, I'm not used to them actually asking. Actually calling any of those numbers. Like, you know, when I think about job applications, and then they're like, put your references. As a hiring manager, I have never asked for references. And even if they've provided them, I've never contacted them. Because I'm like, if you don't pass the vibe check from the interview, I don't really care about who your references are. You know what? This seems like a good place for some feeble darkness. I didn't even do that, but that's fine. It worked out. What have I done for the last 24 hours? Watch more Untamed. Why do I feel like I'm having a panic attack? Why is my body being like this? Hello? Okay, interesting. Maybe talking about the rent thing made me low-key. That's annoying. Well, anyway. No. No. In fact, no. But yeah, watching more of the Untamed. Watching more of the behind the scenes and like interviews with the cast specifically. Yeah, it might be, honestly. Because like while I was, like, cause she texted me like, hey, can you call me? And I knew it was because of the apartment thing. But like, I was just about to do the dishes. And I probably avoided the panic attack then by doing the dishes, to be honest.
Your Majesty, come on.
Yeah, watching the Untamed has been keeping me sane, and I'm really glad all this timing, because I'm getting close to the ending. Yeah, I didn't mean to jump right into that. That was stupid. I'm like, I'm still standing by what I said, because like somebody made this video that was like side by side, or not side by side, just like the live action compared to the anime. And there was only one scene that I was like, oh, maybe that live action handled this a little bit more interestingly, but otherwise I was like, no. The anime is so much more interesting. The live action has 50 episodes. 50. Whereas the anime has like 46. And they're shorter too, because the live action episodes are like 45 minutes. Something like that. And then, of course, that's if you watch the ending and the opening, which I usually do, because it makes me laugh. The editing on it is very camp, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's so many. And that's the thing too. The anime is literally shorter, and it does like a better job of telling the story the way the novels did. Really? That guy hustled toward me. What was it though? There was one scene in particular I was like, oh. God, like, I was losing my mind over the baby girlness of Wei Wuxian in the anime. Because, like, having been watching The Untamed, I'm like, yeah, he's pretty baby girl, but, like, he's, like, more just, like, silly guy than baby girl. But in the anime, he is baby girl. He's also silly, but he's baby girl to the extreme. And I was like, hell yeah. That's the Wei Wuxian I know. Could do this. I don't want to waste my card. I don't want to waste my cards here. Yeah, so the Untamed literally has, like, I don't know. It has an advantage on having, like, more time to tell things, and yet, like, doesn't do it to the accuracy of the original story. So I'm like, okay. But again, this is not to say I dislike it by any means. This is me just being critical because I really liked the original story. And like, how do I say this? I feel like, how do I say this? This might just be my imagination, but in the live action, okay, so like in both, right? They're having to overcome censorship barriers because they cannot show them kissing, they cannot show them get married, they cannot show them fuck nasty. Like, you know, they have to censor their relationship to some degree. I feel like in The Untamed, because it's live action, there's even more hesitance to show any sort of intimacy outside of like very basic touches. And there's one part that was very innuendo in the last episode that I just, or not the last episode, but the last session I was just watching. And I was like, oh, the implications! Good for them for getting around the censorship by doing that, but like, because it very heavily implied something, and I was like, oh. And so, I don't know if that's because, like, the actors themselves didn't feel comfortable, or the directors were like, we're not taking any risks. It's like, it's too censored for me. It's too censored. Because I'm like, this is not a, like, alright. There are a lot of ships, male ships, that are all about the implications. And so they're gonna queerbait, you know. And so they're gonna they're gonna kind of, you know, scooch around it in the ways that they can. But this series is based on, like, them, again, getting together at the end. And so, like, the only reason that they need any kind of hesitance is, again, for the censorships. And so, I don't know, maybe there's heavier censorship for live-action content. I'm really genuinely not sure, but, like, stop. Stop. Just stop. You guys are so annoying. Everybody here. Problematic. Fucking, yeah, so there's, like, no... Unless there is, like, the harder circumstances for the, fucking, live action. There is no reason for them to be so hesitant. IMO.
Take this.
So, like, for instance, there's a scene where... And it's not like these are even the only queer characters in the series, actually. Before I get into the example, if I do at all, maybe. There's villains and good guys who are like queer-coded or queer or whatever. Like, they're queer, but in the series they're queer-coded for the, you know, censoring or whatever. And, like, there's one scene where this guy, one of the he's technically an antagonist, I guess. He's just a fucked up little guy. I really like him. But number one, they dressed him in what looks like leopard print at a glance. It's not, but it's alarmingly similar. Second of all, yeah. Second of all, he leans down and almost kisses a man. Granted, it is a man's corpse. But he still does it. Like, it's still the thing that happens. And, like, he was in love with this man. In a very fucked up way, mind you. But he was in love with this man. So, I don't know. Like, you kept that, but you couldn't keep in, like, I don't know, some of these other scenes that the anime kept in. Like, that's why I doubt that there's the stricter, I'm like, maybe they allow it because he's so fucked up. Like, he's evil, so, you know, him being gay, it's like the whole, like, how fat characters are often portrayed as villainous in Disney movies. Like, if a character is fat, they're much more likely to be a villain, at least in the older movies. Whereas the skinny characters are always the good guys, and it's the same kind of thing, right? Where it's like, oh, it's considered a deviant from the norm, so it's okay for him to be gay, because he's already bad, right? Which, bad news for all the fucking producers or whatever the fuck, but the girlies love bad guys, so I don't know what they were thinking. Also, he's like one of the best written characters I've ever seen. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. There's a scene in the anime where they also are. Yeah, I mean, Ursula's example of both. Jafar as well. I think we've talked about that on stream before even. You know what, run up to me. I don't really care, I'm filling up my water. Fucking, okay, there's a scene where, Wei Wuxian says to Lan Zhan, he says, if you walk through that door, your reputation will be ruined. And this line exists in both the Untamed and the live action, like verbatim, that is what they say. They kept the line, like, the same. In the live action, I forget what he says, but he just says something. Like, God, I forget what he says, but it was like, okay, so are you staying or not? and then he does, like, fight alongside Wei Wuxian. In the anime, when Wei Wuxian says, if you walk out that door, like the second you leave that door, your reputation will be ruined. The second he finishes saying it, Lanjan runs out the door. And that's way better. That's way, and it's also more accurate to his character. Because he's like, at that point, he's like, not such a stickler. He doesn't have quite the stick up his ass anymore. But he is, regardless, he is so dedicated to Wei Wuxian and is so in love with him that, like, he doesn't care about his reputation. Not like that. Not when it's up against him. So, it's also very funny, to be honest, where he's like, looks at him, he's like, your reputation will be ruined, and then he immediately leaves and beats the shit out of some guy that's opposing them, and I'm like, oh yeah, I love that for him. Yeah, dude, you're gonna love this series. You're for real. For real. For real, for real, for real. Yeah, it makes me insane. They make me so insane. I love that. I love them. But yeah, there's some other things too that's like, how do I say this? Like, there's a part toward the end of the Untamed / like the story in general, where there's a huge reveal. And neither, like, Lanjan and Wei Wuxian are both there, but they're not part of the conversation in any way. They're just there because Wei Wuxian is unconscious and Lanjan is, like, holding his body to protect him. And, where are you? Wait, what's my health like? Okay, yeah, I'll be fine. Famous last words. So he, like, and then you're, like, learning something about Wei Wuxian that you, like, didn't know before. It's like, whoa, big reveal while he's unconscious. And it's something no one knew except, like, this one person. And then he reveals it to a couple other, you know, people.
Just me.
Oh, fuck, I'm fucked. Okay. Oh, I'm too small! Sorry. Hard to concentrate when I'm such a little guy. So in the live action, there's a focus on Lanjan while he's holding Wei Wuxian, and he looks down at Wei Wuxian, and a single tear rolls down his cheek, which I think is very pretty and poetic, and, like, it's like one of the few times we ever see him cry, like, ever. Please let me have this. No, you son of a bitch. Fuck, I'm fucked, I'm fucked. Why do I do this to myself? Okay. Okay, you know what, I'll take that. Am I losing cards when I do that, out of curiosity? Oh. I am. Oh no, that's so unfortunate. Okay, no, I guess I'm not. What the fuck? Why didn't it? That's so weird. Mickey! I need your assistance, my guy. So in the anime, can I maybe time these correctly for once in my goddamn life? In the anime, Lanjan does not, I don't think he cries, but he instead very intimately wipes, because, like, Wei Wuxian is injured, so he's been, like, coughing up blood. Oh, that was not what I wanted. This is the opposite of what I wanted, actually, at all. Anyway, it's fine. There's, like, blood that's trickled down his lip, and he wipes the blood from his lips with his thumb. That's very intimate. That's really, I would never do that to somebody unless I was, like, in love with them. Like, I wouldn't. That's a little bit, you know. It also makes me wonder if there is one scene, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that does make me wonder if there is not stricter stuff for live actions. Okay, how the fuck do I get back out of here? Because of this one scene where they're in a hot spring or cold spring, or I don't know, there's multiple types of springs. Anyway, they're in a spring. And in the animation, they're shirtless, but in the live action, they are wearing, like, their underrobes. So I'm like, that's curious. But I don't know if that's just because, like, they didn't want to force the actors to feel like they had to diet, or, like, what the fuck. I don't know. I'll just go here. But I did think that was really unusual. Like, you basically never see them shirtless except one scene where you... This sounds weird, but you have to see Lanjan shirtless to understand why the scene is important. Did I? Is this the right room? Okay, good. But yeah, I'll have to like look that up actually, because I'm really not sure. Because I know in Korea, I don't know if this is still a thing, but I know back in the day for K-pop music videos, he is. Okay, I know that sounds so silly, but he is. In order for that scene to make sense, he has to be shirtless. It is required for that to make any sense. Required by law. But anyway, in K-pop, for a while, not sure if this is still true, but for a while, like say there's a girl group and they have a male love interest in the music video, there can only be one male love interest for the whole thing. Each girl can't have a guy, like there's none of that. And then vice versa is also the true. So oh boy. Oh god. Alright. Oh, I'm not ready for this.
That scent. You're another one of those nobodies.
You've done well thus far. But to possess your powers and yet fear the darkness, what a waste.
I do not fear it.
I sense that you do. You're also capable of controlling the darkness.
Yeah, I think they call it the tomahawk.
Cast away your useless fear. Open your heart.
But I don't remember.
Embrace the darkness.
And if I say no?
Then you lose both light and darkness. And disappear.
He has a nice nose. He looks like Will Powers. I just realized. Like a shorter-haired Will Powers. If Will Powers was a villain.
I, Lexius, will not yield to the frail heart of an infantile coward. Now, stop resisting. And let the darkness in.
Oh boy. Alright. Are you ready to duel me? Because that's what I'm gonna be doing. Please duel me.
Can't run! Just give up!
Oh god, 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 oh god!
This one's mine.
Ha, that does so much damage, it's so satisfying.
I'll show you.
Fuck. Stay away from me, please. I'm just a little guy.
Can't run!
Okay.
Like it.
Just give up!
Scary! Oh yeah, I definitely imagined this for his voice. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Power has no limit.
What are you doing? No, don't berserk, please. I'm just a little guy.
Can't run!
Okay, fine. No, I didn't mean to do that. That was so slow of me. Okay, here we go. Go, 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 go.
This one's mine.
He's really strong, so I kind of have to do this to beat him. His attack power is like disgustingly high. And he also, yeah, he does so much goddamn damage. No, I'm just a little guy. What about that don't you understand? Yeah, and he has this fucking guard thing on. Okay. Come on.
This one's mine.
Misjudged you.
Sexy. Love that for me. I don't like to spam duel in fights, but that's one of the fights that you really have to. He will pound me into dust otherwise. Unless you've only been focusing on, like, HP and attack power this whole time and ignoring the dark points, which, who does? Who does that? I tend to sacrifice the HP bonuses for the darkness and attack bonuses, to be honest.
You're finished!
Don't mock me!
That would hurt.
You were too much trouble.
No, I'm just a little guy, Your Honor.
Too slow.
Uh-oh.
You are the superiors.
Yeah, for real.
Forgive me,
And
Zexia.
crack the back of your head.
This was a fight I should not have started.
Well, we fucked up a little.
I see you now. Clearly.
I can touch you now.
Lexius?
Riku. I can see your heart.
No, it's not. Darkness this foul could only be...
That's it. Remember me. Let me drift into your heart.
Ansem!
You called out my name. You have been thinking.
You've been thinking about me, haven't you?
You're afraid of the
Hey.
darkness I command. Good. The more you think of me, the closer my return draws. And when I have awoken, I will take hold. Your heart will be mine!
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Riku, fight! Don't let him win!
Your Majesty!
You meddlesome king!
The king. He protected me. Your Majesty? Where are you? Please answer!
Poor Riku. He's so desperate for an ally at this point. Like a friend to be near him, because he pushed everybody else away.
You're with me, aren't you?
But like having the physical presence of somebody when you're going through a really hard time is like a very... Even when you're really introverted, it's a really important thing to have, I've come to learn. Hey!
Lexius is gone as well.
He's like, well, fuck.
Vexen, Larxene, Lexius. I wonder who will be next in line.
Hello.
I thought perhaps it might be you.
Me? No way. I already took my pounding from Sora.
I gotta
He
say it
thinks
like
I'm
that.
done for good.
Everyone knows you're gay.
No,
It's fine.
I think it'll be Marluxia next. For defying the organization and targeting Sora. I hope he moves exactly as his heart commands him to. So, what about you? I thought you guys had plans for Riku.
Yes, we were going to set him off against the traitors. But with Marluxia gone, there is no more need. He is nothing but a nuisance now.
And he's dangerous as well. After all, he took down Lexius.
You know, that is not how I do things.
PS4, it's
Tell
okay.
me, did you obtain the data on Riku's home?
I love the scenes with those two together because they are both like manipulative as fuck in different ways.
What? One of the senses died. A really strong one. Huh?
The keeper of this castle, Marluxia, has just been felled by the Keyblade Master.
Keyblade. You mean Sora? Sora is here?
Yes. Want to see him? But can you face him?
What's that mean?
The world of darkness and some shadow still nest within your heart. Do you plan to face Sora like that? Are you not ashamed?
Fun fact about Zexian, his Japanese
Sora's
voice is
fate
the
is to
same as
battle
the
the
male
darkness.
protagonist in Persona
He
3.
must oppose anyone who hosts the dark. In other words, it's you. If you don't believe the words I say, then you had best see the truth with your own eyes.
This card. This is our...
Yes, it is your home.
We get to go to Destiny Islands before we go to Twilight Town. A little out of order compared to Sora's, but it will make sense. Man, I fucking love Zexion. That's my guy, my little guy. It's interesting because he's really not that much older than Riku, actually. Only a few years. I think it would be so weird to see somebody, because you've been like coming up against these adults who are like very distinctly adult. And they're like, you know, fucking with you and hurting you and stuff like that. And then you come up against somebody who's like not that much older than you. That would feel bad. I'd be like, oh. I never thought I'd miss the island wind so much. There was a time I couldn't wait to get off this rock. And now I'm acting all relieved. Friends, is that?
Don't hold back.
Hey! What's with you guys? I don't think I've ever seen the three of you so quiet. What? Is there something on my face? Guys? Oh, Riku. Oh, Riku. My little guy. What's my card deck like here? Alright, come at me. Let's see what happens.
Take this.
Okay, there's at least a 0 card. Okay, there's also some annoyances. Alright. I see some higher cards toward the end. Jesus. Let's do attack. What were we talking about? Probably the Untamed. Oh yeah, he's required to take his shirt off. Okay, yeah, so the K-pop thing. Right, okay. I'm getting my threads back. Yeah, I don't know, like, I'll have to look it up. Because this is the first, like, I don't watch a lot of live action anything. The last drama that I watched, like Asian drama, was back in 2011, I think? Whenever Sung Kyun Kwan Scandal came out, I watched that. No, that's a lie. I watched part of the, like, Attorney Woo. So that was more recent. But before that, as far as like the serial drama. That was the only thing. I did watch Train to Busan, which was really good. It does not have happy ending. It is very harrowing the whole way through, but it is like, as far as a piece of cinema, it is a very good movie. It is just not a movie to watch when you're having a bad one. If you're just kind of like, I want to watch something that I know will be good. That's a good time. Because it is. All the performances in that are very good. There's one part of it that's like really, really good. That had me like holy fuck. When we were watching it. You were watching because you love Gong Yu, but you can't handle it. Yeah, it's really, like I said, really a movie for when you're like, I simply wish to appreciate good cinematography, and that's it. Especially because, like, I personally find the zombie thriller genre so overdone. And I'm a Resident Evil fan, so, like, I have also certain expectations about things being handled in different ways. Like how fucking Leon Kennedy exists. But, like, I think even if I wasn't, I don't know. I think it's better than The Walking Dead. That's probably a super unpopular opinion, but I think it's better. I think The Walking Dead started out really strong and then has gone downhill a little bit. I don't know why that is. It just feels like the story has lost some momentum since the last time I watched it. I don't know, maybe the newer seasons are better, but like I can't. Those kinds of survival horror things are often so overdone. Like, I really like a series I really enjoy the first 2 games of, and then the third game just kind of fucked it up, was Dead Rising. Because Dead Rising and Dead Rising 2, they know what they are. They know they're stupid. Like, they know they're silly. Because, like, the first game is so ridiculous and funny, and then the second game is fucking, you can, like, make weapons, and it's the like, little action cutscenes for them are so funny. Like, that game knows what it wants the audience to feel, and it does not want the audience to feel awful all the time. It wants you to have a good time, but also, like, there is a plot about a zombie apocalypse. And then the third game tried to be really serious, and I know there was a fourth one, I think, but, like, I don't know anything about it because the third one just looked so pretentious when that series has never been pretentious. I was like, what is this? I want to be silly. Like, there's a part in the first game toward the end where there's this one character who eventually gets zombified, and she, like, you come back and she's zombified, and you can put a bucket on her head, and so she, like, can't see you, so she's just kind of stumbling around. It's really funny. That shit's hilarious. And it's this very sad moment because you've been working with her up until, you know, that point. So she's like your ally or whatever. And then she gets zombified, and then you Yeah, that series is great. That's also, if you just want to watch it instead of play it yourself, highly recommend watching Game Grumps. I can, Nem, if you're interested, I can send you the best of compilation, because you're really not missing much. The plot is really dumb. But again, it, like, knows it's dumb, right? I love when that happens, like when a movie or a game or some type of media knows exactly how dumb it is. I love that shit. Alright, now I gotta talk about my favorite horror movie. Which is motherfucking zombie strippers. And it is exactly what it sounds like. There's a zombie apocalypse, and fucking strippers all turn into fucking zombies. I don't remember if all of them do, but, like, basically most of them do. And one of them shoots a billiard ball out of her pussy, and it is that, but that movie knows it's like ridiculously bad and funny. Like it knows that it's like camp as hell and stupid, and like, you know, the people in it are clearly like just there to have a good time. It's silly. Yeah, I know. Oh my god, Nim, if I can find, I don't have the physical copy of it anymore because of reasons, but if I can find a place for us to watch it, we can watch it at Halloween because it's really funny. And like this, because my girlfriend and I like went to this place a long time ago, and we were just like, let's look for the shittiest horror movies we can possibly find, and it turns out somebody must have dumped their whole fucking collection, because they had like combo movies. They had the whole Leprechaun series, which if you've never heard, like seen or heard of the Leprechaun series, that is a mess. I believe I think it's Jennifer Aniston. Is she the one who did Friends? Whichever was the actress named Jennifer that was in Friends. Her first movie debut was The Leprechaun. And that movie is something else, because the Leprechaun is evil and he speaks in rhymes the entire time. It's fantastic. It's so dumb. There's also Leprechaun in the Hood, which is, some choices were made. What else was there that we watched? There was just a shit ton. Somebody had dropped off like clearly their collection, and so we bought them all and we split them between us. So we were like, all right, let's watch one. And I was like, we have to watch Zombie Strippers first, because this is too curious for me to like not think about. We have to know what this is. So then she was like, yeah, I agree. And so we watched it, and like the first, because we had really low expectations, because you know, you never fucking know. And so the very first second, like the very first scene of that movie is just satirical as hell, and it knows exactly what it's doing. And like, I believe the story takes place either right around the time of the Bush administration or during the Bush administration. Yeah, the game is, or not the game, the movie is very aware, and it I love it so much. It's so silly. Guess I'll go this way. We also had this thing, which is once again not something I own anymore, but we had this thing that was like, it was like 120 minutes and more of like clips from different horror movies that are iconic, that are like stupid or good, or like in some way iconic. And the host of it was like terrible, and so, but like in a really campy, funny way, and we were losing our fucking minds. And then whenever we started getting bored with it, because it was so long, we started putting beauty filters over it, because that was like the era that Snapchat was the most popular. It was very entertaining. I wish I could remember what it was called. But it was very funny. I just remember this one scene. So there was like a beauty filter that you could put on that was like, it also made their voices a little more high pitched. And there was like the guy was like drain the blood from their eyes or something like that. And then he goes like, woo, like shivers, but because the voice was pitched up and like the beauty filter thing is on, he's like, take the blood from their eyes. And we laughed so hard at that for like years. I wonder if I still have that on an old phone, because that shit was so funny. Like oh man, that made me howl. I just remember watching that like a million times, and it was funny every single time. Yeah, that's like one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite ways to consume media, actually. Like, despite me not being into live action. If it's a shitty horror movie, that's where my priorities change. I will watch it. Cause, like, here's my thing with watching movies. I love commentating over movies with people, especially, like, when we've seen them before, and so we just, like, make fun of it. Like, watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail with my friends after prom was the best way to spend after prom, because we're all so fucking tired. So we're, like, 20 times more giggly, and also just, like, funnier than we usually are. And that was a fucking blast. I hope all those people are doing well. That was a good group of people for the most part. And even the ones who aren't great people, I still don't wish anything ill on them. Just not the person I would be friends with now. Man, post-prom was so fun. My senior year was like really chill because I didn't really do anything and we were all fucking tired. But my junior year, so my friend Sarah, her house is rather large, and her parents were like, let's have a large dinner. And they like catered in, I think, Olive Garden or something? I don't know. They're like, we're gonna have like a banquet, not banquet style, but like a classy, like pre-prom dinner thing that we're all gonna do. And so like, you come in your little outfit, and there were a lot of us. I'm trying to think. There were probably more than a dozen people there. And it was really fun. And then we were gonna, so like the very popular thing to do was like go to prom, go to post-prom, which is like 1 in the morning, which is a big deal when you're in high school, and then going to Kings Island the next day. But like in the afternoon. And Kings Island is not that far from where I lived, so like it was not that bad of a drive. Like it was closer to go to Kings Island than it was to go to Chicago. And I feel like my Midwestern came out when I said Chicago. Embarrassing. Anyway, so like instead of going to post-prom because it costs money, we were like, let's just hang out at Sarah's house. So a bunch of us spent the night. The people who were going to Kings Island just spent the night. Because the basement is a massive suite, like you could live down there. And we watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and what else did we watch? Is that the first time I watched Death at a Funeral? That might be. I'd have to ask her. I don't remember super well because it was really, like, we were up till probably 4 in the morning. But it was very fun. And it was great too because like at the time, one of my childhood friends was dating my other childhood friend. And I was like, oh my god, this is spectacular. So I got to have them both there. Because one of them, I have known him since I was 5. So I was like, oh, this is the best. So that set number one, it set a really high standard for any proms going forward, but also just like any get-togethers going forward, I think. I don't need to go up here actually. But then the next morning, like, what do I want to do here? I gotta think about something for a second. Hang on, I can't do both. Or do I have multiple? Oh, let's do this. There's a bathroom in the downstairs basement, and there's actually 2 bathrooms, but one of them is like a full bath, and because like part of their basement is like a full suite, because I believe at the time her grandmother was living with them, and so it was like her suite. And then there was like the guest area essentially that had like a half bath, and so somebody was using the half bath, and I was like, I need to fucking go to the bathroom. So I went into the full bath, and then at the time my friend, he was like trying to startle me, and I was like, stop it, leave me alone, what the fuck. And then I was in the bathroom for a while because I went to the bathroom, washed my hands, and then I was like, I'm gonna wash my face, and you know, because I was grimy. And then I kind of forgot about it. And so then I opened one door, like I was leaving out that way, but then I went sneakily over to the other door. But unfortunately, he foresaw this and was waiting around the corner of that door. So the second I thought I was safe, he jumped out and scared the absolute shit out of me. I fell to the floor because it like made my knees buckle. It startled me so badly because I had my guard down because I thought I was like, oh, haha, I outsmarted him, which I didn't. But that was very funny. Yeah, Sarah's house, a lot of good memories at that house. If her parents ever leave that house, I'll be so sad because there's so countless memories there. Excuse you. Can we stop with this? You know what? Fuck you. You asked for it at this point. Ha 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 ha! All of you die. Now. But yeah, mini hangouts in her basement. We binged all of Avatar in her basement where there was a cricket that got stuck in the basement. That was fun. It was just like the place I hung out a lot. It was like a safe space for me for a long time. And I think even now, if I went back, I would still feel that way. Because I remember at one point, during the election period for 2016, I was like scared to be with my parents. Because I had like recently come out to them. And I remember Sarah's mom offering me to live with them. And I was like, that's so fucking nice. Because Sarah is essentially my family at this point. Very, very ride or die. And her parents have always been so kind to me. So like, and her brother was friends with my brother. So like we go a ways back. So it's always a safe place for me. And her grandmother, when she was alive, was also very, very kind to me and my mother as well. Which I think my mom really needed that, to be honest. She didn't have good female figures in her life, so. But yeah, Sarah. I want Sarah and Megan to meet because they're really similar personalities. They have the same MBTI and everything, and it was really funny when I was having a conversation with Megan a few weeks ago, and she like said something, and she's like, I came to this realization, blah blah blah, and I was like, that's really interesting. You came to this realization about this exact thing because like around your age, not to make myself sound like an old person, but like, oh fuck, I'm fucked. Damn it. Ouch. I was like, not to make myself sound like an old person, but my friend Sarah, who has like the exact same personality as you, almost slightly less chaotic of a person, but like has this very, very similar personality, came to the exact same realization about herself around the same age. And I was like, and Sarah's a very good person, so I feel like that bodes well for you.
Take this.
I was gonna say, there's something else. Oh, we used to have murder mystery parties at her house. And so, like, murder mystery Excuse you? You really want to duel me, eh? But anyway, we used to have them at her house all the time because, like, there was the space for it. And I don't know if you've ever been to a murder mystery party. In case you have not, here's how it works. There's a person who plays as the moderator, and they are just the person who has the story. So everybody gets a character role, and you get the character role like a couple weeks in advance, and then you get all the information about your character, and whether they're the killer or they become a victim later, or like what kind of thing they are. And there's also a detective, and the detective's job is to try to figure out who done it. And people will lie, and so basically it's an acting challenge, right? Number one, I really want to have one of those if you come visit them. Number two, having them with a shit ton of theater kids, like 15 theater kids, gets wild because we don't stick to the scripts. So my beloved friend Matthew, my good dear friend Matthew, kills himself off halfway through the party by throwing himself down the stairs. Now the stairs are carpeted and they're not steep. So like going down the stairs dramatically and pretending to die is probably less painful than you might imagine. But like, it was so funny because I believe, I don't remember if I was the detective that time, but I just remember our friend Emma was like, this isn't in the script. I was like, oh boy, we're in for it, and it just got so wild. And one of the stories that we did was like, it was a film festival at the same time. Hi, Alexis! It was a film festival at the same time. And so not only did these people have to like worry about maybe their identity being found out or like being interviewed by the detective. Yeah, I was the detective for that. They also have to worry about a movie idea that they have to perform in front of everybody. It was amazing. Because one of my group of friends that they're part of like this particular film guild. It is! I finally have a new place to live. Or I will have a new place to live. So I didn't participate in the filmmaking part, which I'm really glad I didn't, because that means I got to watch everybody be fucking insane. And there was one group that did a really fucked up version of the Titanic. And one of my friends in that group, her talent is being able to flare her nostrils very wide and therefore stick things in them that should not be able to fit. And so like there's one part where like she like turns around and nobody noticed that she did it until she turned around, but she turns around and she's got like fucking, what are the fucking grape tomatoes up her nose? It was incredible. Oh man, good times. But yeah, hosting those in the basement of her house was truly peak. Hi, Kyrie. Kyrie. Hey, Kyrie, are you? Ugh. No. Oh, how do I fucking know? He's like a younger Edgeworth to me. like a little bit more tenor to his voice. Surely you knew this would happen. Ergo, you've been to a number of worlds in your memory before this one. And in those worlds, you met only dark beings. You're so the opposite of a theater kid that just sounds stressful. You could be the moderator or the detective. That's all that's left in your heart. Dark memories. Your memories of home are gone. Each and every one. That's a lie. I remember everyone from the islands. Titus and Selfie and Waka. Kyrie and Sora too. They're my closest friends. And who threw away those friends? Maybe it's your own actions that you've forgotten. You destroyed your home.
Huh? Huh? This is... that night!
All of the islands you grew up on were sundered, scattered. Many hearts were forever lost to the darkness. Because of what you did! You hated being an islander, so you opened the door to darkness and destroyed the islands. It was you! You were pulled into the darkness then, and now you belong to the darkness. You should look at what you truly are! Hey, buddy. Yeah, honestly,
I didn't like being the detective because I wanted to do a silly role. This can't be who I really am. It's not. He's fucking with you. Oh, I jumped right into that punch. That was really talented of me.
Like it. Take this. Like it.
But I feel like it's a good role for people who don't want to do as much actual acting. It's just, you go up to people and you're responding to their acting, essentially. Which is kind of fun.
Like it.
But if you're a theater kid in any way, shape, or form, it being one of the, like, suspects or whatever is so fun. Just blast. Like when I was a suspect or whatever, it does require interviewing people, yeah. And then you have to, like, respond to the way that they act in the interviews and the drama that they might bring up or whatever. So you have to get good at, like, asking questions, I guess. I don't know why I'm breaking your cards. I need your hand down here. Ease it, pease it. Hehe. Hehe. PS4, you're okay, honey. It's okay.
Sora! Sora!
What if I just... Sounds fun to watch, at least, but parties are already so much for me. I think actually participating would be too much. That's fair. I mean, being the moderator doesn't take any work. The only work that being a moderator takes is, like, the beforehand prep. So, like, giving people their roles and emailing them the information for the packet. But also just watching, I'm sure, would also be very entertaining. I'd always wanted to do one when we were in New York. Especially because Sarah's apartment at the time was, like, perfect for that kind of thing, but it just didn't work out. Living in New York is harrowing.
Sora! It's me! Oh! What? Stop it, Sora! Don't you recognize me?
Yeah, I recognize you. I can see exactly what you've become. How can the light hurt you? Riku, have you really become a creature of the dark? You're not Riku anymore. You're just a pawn of the darkness. So be it. It's time for you to face the light!
He was so excited to see Sora, it breaks my heart.
I'm fading. Fading away into the light.
You won't fade. You can't fade. There's no power that can defeat you.
Hey, girly.
Not the light, not the dark. So don't run from the light. And don't fear the darkness. Because both will make you stronger.
Make me stronger? Darkness too?
Yeah, strength that's yours. The darkness inside your heart, it's vast and it's deep. But if you can, truly stare into it and never try to look away, you won't be afraid of anything again.
All this time I've tried to push the darkness away.
You've got to just remember to be brave. Know that the darkness is there and don't give in. If you do that, you will gain strength. The kind that's unlike any other. You'll be able to escape the deepest darkness.
And I'll be able to see through the brightest light.
Follow the darkness. It'll show you the way to your friends.
Can I face them?
You don't want to?
You know I do. Of course. And I will. With my strength. My dark strength. Darkness!
Impossible!
Hearing his voice come out of Sora is really weird.
How is it that you found me when you were there in the light?
You reek of darkness. Even the light can't block the smell. I guess I followed the darkness right to you.
This is absurd. Then I shall make you see that your hopes are nothing. Nothing but a mere illusion!
I'm a little sad his hair blocks so much of his face, because his facial expressions seem really good. Okay, this fight sucks if memory serves. As in, it's annoying. No, Zexian, no, I love you, ha 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 ha. No, don't take my cards. I hate it when you do this. I'm just a little guy! Fuck me! No! 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 Give me my cards back, please, would you? No, I didn't mean to do that. No, stop taking my cards, please. Please, Your Honor. No! I hate that you can do this! He's so bullshit. That's the thing about Zexian, is that he's, like, actually really strong. Even though he's- oh my god, I'm so fucked! Leave me alone. I want to be your friend. Stop using my cards, please. Give my cards back. He even has my weapon. It's really cool, but also this fucking sucks. He's gonna kill me! He's strangling me! Ah! No, Zexian, hahaha, why? Also, something I noticed in this cutscene, is that Riku is a little, he's like, I'm so pale. He's a little pale compared to Sora, which I think is interesting, because, like, they're both from the island. They're both from Destiny Islands, like, it's fascinating to me. You know. Can't get my cards if I'm reloading. Got him. Please, please duel me. Duel me, duel me, duel me. No, stop! Don't. Stop taking my cards. You're a whore. Oh my god, please let me have this. Oh, thank you, Jesus, and also God. Oh. Okay, I I know this is a bad idea. Bad idea, bad idea, bad idea, bad idea, bad idea! Bad idea, but I did it anyway. You can't get me. I'm just a little guy. Oh, I should have dueled him there. That was foolish. Yeah, you can't get my cards if I'm reloading. Can't catch me. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Jerk. Jerk. I love you, but you're a jerk. Get him. No! Zexion! I love you, but you test me every day! Oh, my god. I love him. But I'm sorry for quoting fucking- you can't- oh no! He can get me when I do that. It's too bad. No! Don't take my 0 card! That's all I have! I'm just a little guy! Oh, he. Okay, that's okay. I don't want to stun you at this point. Thank you. Ooh, that's a good expression on his little sprite, or his little figure there. He's like, ow. Yeah, he's a really cool boss. He's just a huge pain in the ass. Like, the concept for him is really cool, really cool and good. My handsome boy. Which one? Yes. The girls are fighting!
After all your protests, you're still like us on the side of darkness.
I know who I am.
When did that happen? You were always terrified of the dark before.
Not anymore!
The figure in the distance. Where? What? I missed it. Oh, okay. I love how it's just over. Like, alright. And then I just want to weave around. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go save. I think one of the most fun, going back to the parties, one of the most fun parts of it was also just like dressing up. I'll check the VOD, yeah. I usually do check the VOD after. Just to make sure nothing insane happened. I'm really hoping that the audio is better with this little change that I made. The little switch I did flip. God willing. It was like, basically my computer was putting a noise gate on my mic, even though I never asked it to. But it was like a Windows 11 default, I guess. I'm like, Windows, you don't go here. Since when you know how to do microphone sound shit? You don't go here. That's for third-party apps to handle. Acting like you know. Like, the noise gate is not set. It's not even like a... Does it sound better than it usually does? Because sometimes, like yesterday when I was streaming Skies of Arcadia and I screamed when Ramirez showed up, it didn't pick it up. It like noise gated it. Whereas before, like when I was streaming Fata Mortar, for example, I would scream all the time for that game, and it would pick up everything. So it has to do with this computer, because that's the only difference, really. Although OBS does occasionally do its dumb updates, but like... Ah, more, come here. Less tinny? Oh, I love that for me. Yippee! Yeah, it was... yeah. Yeah, there's probably a little bit of like weird feedback in the background just because, the, excuse you, the PS4 has been rather noisy. Good! Oh, thank fucking God. That would be so nice if my problem was solved. It's a little hard to tell unless I have headphones in myself when watching the VODs because my speakers on this computer are a little tinny. And I can't really super hear myself when I'm doing streams because I have my gain turned down so that I'm not, like, being able to hear myself too well is really fucking freaky. I've been on the radio before, and doing the radio show was really fun, but also you can like only hear your person asking you questions, and so you can't hear yourself very well. So it was like the opposite sensation. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with the speakers for this PC. They should be better than they are, but you know what? I'm not going to complain about it. Everything else works much better than my other computer ever did, so I'll take it. I'll take the exchange. HP. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to jump. Cool. Alright. Oh, you know what? I was thinking, you know what? I'm a fucking fool. I was thinking strong initiative, like I was getting that and Marshall walking confused, and I was like, why isn't this working? Oh my God, I'm so dumb sometimes. Ooh, I can't wait to see. It's so cool. It's gonna be so fun when you get that done. The side by side will be so insane. Yay! Is that already this Friday? I don't know what time it is anymore. Boop. What I really wanted was Marshall walking. I wanted this. But I don't think that's what I want right now. I think I'll do... Whoa. Do a sleep. You know what? I'll do one of these. Since I have a bajillion. Ooh! That'll be fun. Conqueror's Respite, please. Thanks. Yay. I love going into the Conqueror's Respite room and just hitting everything, even if I don't need the HP. Oh yeah, Alexis, earlier I was talking to Nem about that time I moved and then we went and hung out and it was like 100 degrees and then I threw up at your apartment. Do you remember that? I was so sick that day. Because I was talking about my moving and like how I'm giving myself like an overlap month. Because I was like, it's going to be hot and I'm not staying in my apartment without air conditioning. That was so funny. It wasn't at the time, but it's funny to look back at. Because wasn't Parker super nice to me after that too? Am I imagining that was at a different time? Like, oh, Parker, I miss him. His pink little mouth. Nem Parker is Alexis's cat. He's a good boy. He's very cute. I wish YouTube would let you have picture uploads in the chat so you could upload pictures of cats. That's the only reason, but it's like no other pictures are allowed unless it's a cat. Oh, this scene is so good.
Is he? No one's ever won the darkness the way that he does. It's impossible. Oh yes, the replica, of course. We can use this Riku to defeat the real one. Axel?
It's because I always loved him.
Wouldn't you like to be real?
This is so fucked up.
All you need is the kind of power that the real Riku doesn't have. If you can get that, you can be a new person, not Riku, nor anybody else. You won't just be a copy of someone. You will be unique. Your own self.
Axel! What are you saying to him?
You know, he's as good a place to start as any.
You can't do this!
So sorry, Zexion. You just found out way too much.
Damn, that's so brutal.
Riku. Riku.
Who's there?
I know you can feel it. The grip that I have on your heart. You have led in the darkness, Riku. That means very soon your heart shall become an all-consuming darkness.
I'm not like that now.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Can't move.
It's very funny. There's so much murder in this game.
The darkness runs inside you, the stronger I become. Controlling you is effortless. Must you interfere again?
PS4, it is okay.
Ooh, sure glad I made it in time. That ought to keep Ansem busy for a while.
Haha.
Sorry I couldn't come here sooner, Riku.
Your Majesty, is it you?
Uh-huh.
Are you /J? Or
Whoa, that tickles.
This time, you're not an illusion. I'm so glad that you can make it here.
I made a promise to you that I would find a way, didn't I? Oh,
I'm okay. Don't worry. Guess I'm just relieved. I've been alone so long that having someone else around is a little overwhelming. But, how did you make it here? I thought it was too far.
Michael, you rat.
I found a card to help me. I needed a way out of the realm of darkness. And then suddenly this card appeared right in front of me. When I picked it up, I could see your heart beyond the darkness. That's what let me find you. I guess the card thought its place was to be with you.
Maybe you were right.
And it's the business card for a therapist. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. We'll keep streaming a little longer. I was gonna make this one a little bit shorter than usual, but not too much. Because Thursdays will be finale, so it'll probably be shorter by nature. I can't believe next week is Kingdom Hearts 2. Fuck, I gotta finish that thumbnail. Hopefully I can finish tomorrow. It's almost done.
Where am I? What is this place? Oh, Your Majesty?
You must battle me all alone. Against my dark powers. What's this? Are you giving up? Finally ready to surrender to your fate?
You're not the true Ansem.
Oh.
Your scent is different.
So weird. So
The
weird.
Ansem in my heart smells darker. The odor is more foul. But your scent just isn't that. It's not darkness. It's something else. I finally understand. You're the one who guided me when it started. You came to me pretending to be Ansem. You gave me the card to make me face the darkness.
That is correct.
Hey.
Tis, or so I am known. You, I've watched you all along.
Really? Who are you? And what do you want from me?
For you to choose.
Choose?
You are a special entity.
I'm sorry, I
You
just got the best
exist
text in the
between
world.
light and dark. You stand in the twilight. You are to meet Naminé, then choose.
Naminé? Who's that?
You will know soon.
I just got a text from a good friend, my dear good friend Nyani, after I recommended him Ainori, and he says, quote, Deparine is the best and it's only episode 1! Yes! Join the Deparine agenda! Let's go! Actually, I was thinking about this just today. Because I was watching a bunch of interviews with Xiaojiang in them because I'm becoming his stan very slowly but surely, and he mentions like he has what they call like rabbit teeth, and I believe is the phrase that they use in Chinese. Either that or if that's just the little caption that they put on like the screen is like a little extra thing, but he has buck teeth, and I think they're attractive. And I was like, is this a common thing that people think? Do people think that people with buck teeth are unattractive because of their buck teeth? I think they're really charming. People who have like a slightly larger front teeth that are like slightly protruding. Now, if they've got like really fucked up teeth, like, it's not necessarily unattractive. I honestly just think about like, isn't that painful? Like, that seems like it would be a painful thing to deal with when you're eating. But people who have like slightly buck teeth, or even just like regular buck teeth, like that are bigger, I guess, does it come from beavers that they call it buck teeth? I'm not even sure. But anyway, I think it's attractive. I think it's cute. And maybe that's not some people's thing. Maybe they don't want to be cute. I get that. I respect that. Yeah. I don't understand it. Because she gets made fun of. Deparine, that's the whole thing, is like she gets made fun of for her buck teeth. That's why she gave herself the nickname Deparine on the show, right? But I'm like, why? Why do people make fun of you for it? They're really cute. I think especially on girls. Maybe I just think that. That might just be bias. But, yeah, girls who have like slightly larger front teeth. And guys too. But especially girls. I think it's really cute. That's my stance on that. Oh, Deparine, my queen. I'll defend her till the end of time. She was so right.
Like it. Take this.
I feel like there's something else I was thinking about too. I'm like, people think this thing is unattractive, but like, I think it's really... What was it? It came to me while we were... I was watching Young Cave do Final Fantasy 15. What was it?
Come on.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I just remember that they finally earned Shirtless Gladio. Yeah, he was thrilled. And then they also earned the off-roader vehicle. Yeah, I have a bookmark to rewatch, to be honest. But I won't rewatch it until I've watched other new things. I feel like that's something saved for a day where I'm just like, I need something familiar to put on in the background of like, I don't know, something. Like trying to take a nap. I have very specific videos that I put on when I'm ready to take a nap. They're all currently Game Grumps. There's one by the Runaway, well, it's from the Runaway guys that I probably could fall asleep to, but it's too funny. It, like, I don't watch it quite frequently enough for it to quite work. But, them playing Pikmin. Man, Pikmin, okay, so I own a Wii, which allows me to play GameCube games, right? And so I, back in the day, was very poor. Hold that thought. What is going on over here? Okay. Okay. Well, one of you got some brain cells in there. Fucking, yeah, what was I saying? So yeah. I had a GameCube as well. And then, because if memory serves, I bought the GameCube with my own money, but I got a Wii as a present. Because what happened was, I saved up money to buy a PS2 and Kingdom Hearts 1. And then for my 16th birthday, I got a PS2 and Kingdom Hearts 1. Or not my 16th birthday. What, is it my 14th? Because my 16th birthday is when I bought all of Avatar: The Last Airbender on DVD. I even remember what kind of cake I had. But, no, I don't remember what year it was. But yeah, so like I got it and I was like, woo! And then, what year would that have been? I'd have been 14. And, so I was like, well, what the fuck? And so then I ended up buying the GameCube with the money that I would have spent otherwise. Sure, we'll use this. But I was very poor, and I sold a bunch of things to like secondhand shops to make some money so I could fucking survive. And I got rid of, I was doing a thing where like any game that I beat at least once that wasn't like Kingdom Hearts, I got rid of. And that included Pikmin. And so I was like, I'm gonna finally beat Pikmin. And so then I did, and then I got rid of it. And then I eventually got rid of my GameCube because the Wii has the backwards compatibility and also higher processing power, so I don't really need the GameCube. I just need the controllers. So I regret that a lot because Pikmin, you can play it multiple ways. It has like a lot of replay value. So I kind of regret doing that. So I'll probably have to like dig around at some secondhand shop or look on eBay or something. I don't want any of these. Ugh, fine, whatever. I want to play that game again. Especially because Pikmin 4 is about to come out. And it baffles me because Pikmin and Pikmin 2 are not on the Switch. But Pikmin 3 is. I was like, Pikmin 3 is great, okay, don't get me wrong, but Pikmin 1 hits different. there's a sense of darkness and urgency to Pikmin 1 that they never quite got again in Pikmin, except for like one part of Pikmin 2. That's like really fucked up and disturbing, but like Pikmin itself, the Pikmin universe, takes place on Earth after like something clearly apocalyptic has happened. So, I don't know. It's a little fucked up for a kid's game. And then they kind of made it more subtle and bright and cheery in the later ones, I feel like. Whereas the first game, you really get the feeling of like, wow, Earth is abandoned. And there's all these like things that you're like, how did this happen? You have feelings about the Switch? I'd love to hear them, because I also have a lot of feelings, and I have a feeling that we have the same kind of feelings. One of the things I'll say about the Switch while you're typing up your reply, presumably, is that it feels so fragile. Because I still have my DS and my 3DS, and I had a Game Boy and a Game Boy Color and a Game Boy Advance. I had all the handhelds. That was like what I did with my dog sitting money. And, all of them were pretty hefty, with the exception of the Game Boy Advance. I felt slightly like it was... Oh yeah, I'm talking about negative feelings. But like the DS is girthy. 3DS, her processing power sometimes makes me a little worried. The fact that I put in a SIM card for better memory, because the default came with like a 2 or 4 megabyte card, and it was so fucking like stupid. But but like physically, I can drop that thing and not worry about it. Yeah, Switch is fragile, it didn't come with Bluetooth enabled, the library is limited, it runs like shit. Yeah. Dude, I don't know if I told you about this, but when I tried to play the I, the Somnium Files sequel on my Switch, it got so hot I thought it was gonna like burn my Switch from the inside out. Like I could not play it for long periods of time, which sucked because like I was trying to beat the game as quickly as possible. The whole reason I bought the Switch version was because my PS4 version got super delayed. Which I was like, why pre-order it? Why allow pre-orders if it's not going to come in time? Yeah, oh my god, the base memory for the Switch is also ass. Which, to be fair, that started with the 3DS. The 3DS makes you install a new fucking SD card, and I will say that the Switch at least allows you to have multiple SD cards, whereas the DS, the 3DS rather, you have to, like, once you install your new SIM or whatever the fuck, like, that's it. Like, and then you have to, like, do a special thing where you copy it. It's very, like, very tedious. A lot of tedium involved. So, in the Switch's defense, that started with the 3DS, that's just a Nintendo bullshit thing. But yes, it's still a problem, it's something they should have improved upon instead of making worse with the Switch. Or continuing the problem, rather. I guess they didn't technically make it worse, because you can do the multiple SD cards, but yeah. Yeah, and the game, the system is so fragile. So fragile. It's supposed to be portable, and also, and Nem, if you're still around, you will also probably join in on this, ergonomically, the Switch is awful. Like, the DS, I think, is probably ergonomically my favorite Nintendo handheld, because it's chunky, and I have long fingers, so it fits my hands very well. But even the 3DS, even the Game Boy Advance, even the fucking Game Boy Color and the Game Boy Original, all are more ergonomically friendly than motherfucking Nintendo Switch playing as a handheld. The only time that the Switch is ergonomic is if you have a Pro Controller. And then in that case, what is the fucking point of having it as a handheld system at all? If it were a console system, like a PS4, right? I wouldn't have that complaint. But they marketed it as a game system you can take anywhere, which is such bullshit because not only is it so fragile, but playing it mobily, unless you're playing something really slow-paced, And I mean, like, even Animal Crossing doesn't really qualify. I'm talking something that requires no fucking brain cells. Coral. The game Coral I could play portably. And that game was $3 whole on Switch fucking store. Yeah, I never play it portably, and I got it for the portability. Also, I was watching this great video essay by somebody who does not have nearly enough views on this video. Give me a second, I can look up who this person was. But it's about New Horizons, and I agreed with everything he said in the video. And honestly, he could have gone on for like another hour. He did not, but like I would have supported it. His username is Dino the T-Rex, and it's called New Horizons Failing from Success. And I know for a lot of people, New Horizons was their first Animal Crossing game. And they might have problems with it. If that was not your fucking first Animal Crossing game, I cannot believe you if you say that it's the best Animal Crossing game. Stand up and take the Joy-Cons off and hold them separately to play portably. Yes, exactly. Yeah. I do the same thing. But yeah, like if you, it's I think about an hour long of a video essay. I wasn't planning on watching an hour-long video essay this morning, but like I read something for class and it was so boring that I was like, it wasn't boring, it was just heavy-handed. It was your first Animal Crossing. Do you have the 3DS? Because if you do, you should get New Leaf if you can get a copy of it. New Leaf is fantastic. In fact, I've been thinking about reinstalling New Leaf on my 3DS now that I have memory again. Yeah, that was one of the longest points that he made, and that's my biggest qualm with the game as well. The sandbox thing, I'm like, okay, to each their own. I really liked customizing my house more than I like doing anything on the island. But I get that some people really like the island because then they can do something themed, but I like theming the house. And so I like the other ones better for that. Yeah, you should get New Leaf. Get New Leaf, for sure. If you can find a copy of it, it's totally worth it. It's so much better. But, the villagers feel exactly like AI. They do not have personalities, and like I get it because it's like, oh, kids are playing this, so we don't want them to be mean. And I was like, bitch, people in real life are mean to kids. Like, I don't know what the point of that is. You think you can protect kids from being mean, or like mean people for forever? Like, what's that, you know? But yeah, the way he explained it was really good, and like also the amount of repeated dialogues and how absolutely obscene the number of repeated dialogues is. When the letters that they send are not. But everything else is, including the DIY recipes. And then he also had like really, I don't know, everything he said and I agreed with. And then some. I was like, honestly, I didn't comment this, but I was like, honestly, you probably could have gone another hour just talking about the slowly added DLC. And yes, it was free DLC, I get it. And they didn't expect the game to be quite as popular as it was because of the pandemic, but still. Fun fact, one of my former coworkers is good friends with somebody who worked on New Horizons, and I would like to reveal the fact that they did not give extra bonuses to the people who worked on this game for its success because they blamed the success on the pandemic and not the developers, which is really shitty, especially considering the developers probably had to release this game early because of the pandemic because they saw it was advantageous, and the game was not even complete and had all this extra DLC that they added on, and it still didn't add that much to the game. I'm really passionate about this because I pre-ordered this game. I pre-ordered a like Animal Crossing New Horizons specific Switch model because of this game, because I was so excited because New Leaf had been so good, and New Leaf had been an improvement on the original Animal Crossing, and then Wild World or whatever the fuck the one was for the Wii, I forget what it was called, it was an improvement on the original, and then, you know, New Leaf improved upon that, and so I was like, oh fuck yeah, you know, how can this possibly get worse? I know that was a really impassioned speech about motherfucking Animal Crossing, a game for babies. But I feel it needs to be said. Because a lot of people were really looking forward to it, including me. Like, it is the most disappointed I've been by a game release since Epic Mickey, which was like, I don't know, 2010 when that game came out? I don't know, that game is a little lost cause. I shouldn't say that. No, I shouldn't say that at all. They had the potential to make that game fucking amazing. It's a game for everyone. It's a game for everyone to a fault. It's two for everyone. Because, like, the guy who made the video made a really good point. He was like, this game, as a game, is a good game. It is not a good Animal Crossing game. And I was like, yeah. Honestly, if I had never played an Animal Crossing before, I probably would have had far less complaints about it. I just would have been like, oh, you know, like, not a lot going on, I guess, kind of thing. Oh, fuck, I forgot about this. Fuck yeah.
Maybe Naminé is here. Hold it!
Speaking of games for everyone, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. I can't believe this game, it was an rated E game, right? Or was it rated E10 plus?
You've changed. Your own darkness. It doesn't frighten you anymore.
Meow, meow, meow.
How can you tell? Because I'm you. No, I'm me. I'm me, he says. Must be nice being real. A fake like me could never get away with saying that.
I'm me, he says.
That's right. I'm a phony. A fake. The way I look, the way I feel, everything I remember. And even this newfound power.
You ever just absorb a guy for his power and then feel unsatisfied by it?
Finding some new strength, I could finally be someone who's not at all you. But nothing changes. I'm still just empty. Everything about me is borrowed. As long as you're around, I'll never be more than a shadow.
The voice acting there is pretty good. I think that's probably David Gallagher's best voice acting is probably as Riku. No offense. Alright, what's up? Oh gee. No, not like this. Really, we're starting this bullshit already. Send out another 9, why don't you? Oh, fuck me. What sucks is this is on my Twilight Town deck and not my regular deck. Oh, my turn to go. Ah! Oh no, I should have done it. Fuck. That was foolish of me. Okay, I'll probably lose this one. Ah! Fuck me. Yeah, that's fine. I'm me, he says. Because you are me. No, I'm me. It was 10 plus, okay. I was gonna say, because I know Kingdom Hearts 3 was rated at E10 plus, and if that was rated E10 plus and this wasn't, I would have been real surprised.
Get ready.
Are you for real? You cunt! You're starting out with fucking Dark Aura? And you made me accidentally use that? You're a whore. Alright, let's go. Good God. His pain noises are really good too, as Riku. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, stop. No, stop with that. I hate that he uses that to gain distance on you. No, fine. It's more trouble than it's worth to try to fucking do that one. Stress.
This one's mine.
Okay, I got you. I got you, home skillet. Alright, that was really, you're really fucked. Good God. Aww, I've never really heard him say that. You're strong, real thing. Aww. I'll miss him.
So, it's over. Death doesn't frighten me.
Okay, edgelord.
Good riddance to a
Me
phony.
trying to compliment you and then you say shit like that?
My heart was never real. I'm sure even what I'm feeling now is probably all fake. What are you feeling? What happens when a fake dies? One like me. Where will my heart go? Does it disappear? It'll go somewhere. Maybe to the same place as mine. A faithful replica until the very end. That's okay.
Aww. Bye, Repliku. You're a real one. I do feel bad for him. He didn't stand a fucking chance at happiness. Bwee, bwee, bwee! You're fucking dying! Oh, really? No health in those, eh? Oh, there weren't these. Boo. I'm curious, though. Which... Okay, it's that way. Stinky boo. Alright. Well... That was really fast. That went by so quickly. I think because I sped through Wonderland, which I did on purpose, because that deck sucks ass. Bwoo, bwoo, bwoo! You're fucking dying! Yeah. Honestly, stream on Thursday might be about the same length as usual. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. That was a fast time. Also Monday. Monday's stream might start a little bit later. I do have therapy and I want to be able to eat before starting the game. Especially because we'll be getting into Kingdom Hearts 2 and I will be like feral. PS4? It's okay. You're okay. It's done. We're done. Anyway, Thursday, we finish this game for real this time. Sunday, more Skies of Arcadia. Absolutely nothing bad is going to happen to the people that we care about. No, it won't be that bad, I promise. It'll be fun. And then, I'm gonna say 6:30. Yeah, it's super loud. I actually had to turn up the volume on my own end to hear myself and the game a little like, over the fan. Yeah, it got so loud. What was I saying? Oh yes, probably 6:30 instead of 6 on next Monday. Kingdom Hearts 2. I mean, the event will be up. But yeah, that's fucking exciting. I can't wait. It'll be a good time. Anyway, by the way, updated links in my bio. Check those out. Well, one of them's updated. things going on in Iran right now. I don't know if you guys are like following that at all. I follow it because I have people I care about with family there. But also I think it's an important thing to know about. I think, not to make this like end of the game or end of the day kind of like a rant, but like we're so privileged. And the women in Iran are not that different from the rest of us in our little homey white places, and yet are treated like less than, and that's just fucked up. So at the very least, if you cannot contribute to it financially or you know, influence anything, at least educate yourself on it, I guess, because it's a real big time, and if it's successful, if these women are successful, that's going to be really amazing, and I hope that they are. But anyway, see you guys Thursday. You know the drill. Take care of yourself, take care of others, be good to yourself, be kind, be safe out there, stay hydrated, all that good shit. Take a nap, or sleep, or whatever, whenever you're watching this. And I am gonna go now. Sorry, my brain is dead. I'm thinking about depredating, and now that's all I can think about. Anyway, good night, love you guys, bye!